This is Christopher Carlson, and I am doing an audio log for my reflection for this year, 2014. I began the year with a strong understanding of what would come of this type of job. The support I received as a classroom teacher from my instructional technology teachers was instrumental at integrating technology into my teaching. I'm currently typing this essay with my voice, and I must say it takes some practice. Like all of the things that we had to kind of learn, it took some practice. These new technologies remind me of musical instruments because of the very specific things they can do when I do something specific to it. And all of this is just like it, so we have to practice. And I always have to keep that in mind when introducing for the first time. So anyways, I think it would be probably best to break this down into a couple of parts. First part, training and tech support. All right, our first experience coming onto the job this year was with Odyssey Math. And right away, this is the other side that I wasn't used to, meaning teaching teachers was a relatively new experience for me. As I began working with teachers in Odyssey Math, I learned how important following up with training is. We also had Google Apps and Typing Agent to introduce as well. These new resources were really fun to introduce, and many of the users, teachers and students alike, were excited when they saw how useful they could be. Okay, AppTrack. That's a work in progress for me. I'm still learning quite a bit. There's still things I don't understand too. But there are so many wonderful uses for the iPad, and many of the mobile carts are kept in wonderful condition. I don't have a problem with that, and I walked into something already established. But finding out all of the issues created from sharing personal computing devices, that to me has been annoying because there's so many wonderful things they can do, but we can't really teach them like that because it's a personal device. So the way the iPads are supervised seems a little fragile and slightly complicated as well. Just in this 1 year I've been here, there have been wonderful changes though to the iPad management program, and the new ones I'm hearing about also make sense. Okay, so the second part, lesson development. Teaching in 1 hour or less. So I need practice at staying in the confines of time and to finish lessons. I'm used to taking a couple of lessons or a unit and making it into a project-based learning experience. But I have to model the developed lesson in 1 hour in order to fit into an already tight schedule of some other teachers. So I have to change the way I teach, especially how I use technology. I'm modeling it so they can establish that use in their classroom and to deliver the lesson. But I have 1 hour to do it. So I look at what standard is going to be assessed and how I'm going to assess their progress. This is going to help a lot. Then I choose the tools and delivery method to get the kids to their goal. Just keep it at that. Focus on backward design and look at maybe 1 or 2 really important key I can statements. And keep it structured. So going through the steps systematically and keeping everyone on an even tempo as a lesson progresses is important. Now, I think students can get up and move around more as long as the goal is to complete a task developed in a lesson. So the structure and a lesson is only as good as the infrastructure it is based on. Other than every Google Earth lesson, I've been very pleased with the wireless connections around school. And I would like to use more reference to the I can statements also in my lessons. So it would be nice to have some Google Forms that students quickly respond to halfway through any formal technology lesson. And that's going to help us know how the lesson's doing. So I believe assessment matters most when delivered fresh, when we can get it back to the shareholders as fast as possible. So third part, department support. Very happy in this department. At the beginning of this new job, I was issued an iPad and a new laptop, and now I'm able to check out any device and tool I may need to do my job. So everyone doing the job around me seem to be very good at what they do, and when I request something, I get a quick and accurate response. Simple as that. It's been brilliant. I feel satisfied and empowered. Specializing in something that changes so fast can be intimidating, but I'm encouraged to take ownership of ideas and events that I believe in. I also feel that I'm in a safe environment to take risks and try new things. I do have a sense that every opportunity is a learning opportunity in the environment I work in, and that's somewhere where I can thrive. It's pretty nice. Okay, fourth part. Strengths and weakness. My greatest strength is my curiosity. I love to see what new things that new things can do, and I love instructional science. So when I get to see how new technologies can help the student learn, I get really curious. I believe these new ideas and concepts should be promoted and endorsed if they are to find real positive impact in a child's education. And I really don't mind doing that. I'm not self-promoting, but promoting what these things can do and how they can help. In any way. All right. So finding and collecting research that promotes new technology plays a strong role in my philosophy of teaching as well. That's a strength, I believe, because what we do should be based on research. Simple. And data can give us research. Okay, weaknesses. My greatest weakness is my curiosity. I know that's kind of cliche, but it's true. I can easily get distracted, and I would do best to follow through rather than to dabble in many different things at the same time. With 1 year almost behind me, I look forward to me making great improvements for this next year. Okay, fifth part is the scheduling. Last one. Google Calendar for everybody's Christmas stocking. Just being able to share calendars helps. So I picked up a lot of tricks for running and organizing calendars in a short time this year. And I'm going to design a new scheduling system for next year that works for me and is more transparent in what I have for this year. I was never very confident about publishing my calendar for this year because there were a lot of different things I didn't know about. Excuse me. I already have a better idea on how to schedule tech lessons for certain times of the day, regardless of what school I'm at. So I have a much better concept of how this is going to go right from the start. And shared calendars can be very useful. It would be nice if more schools adopted a shared calendar for their mobile labs and carts. One of the schools I work with uses Google calendars for their labs, and the teachers seem to like it. Hasn't caught on at the other schools yet. But this might be something to try for April and May as a pilot run, since everyone is already familiar with their schedules and they're not trying to stamp down something, fast and quick so they can get to teaching. So maybe timing is everything. Okay, conclusion. So I get to do what I love to do. I love learning new instruments and making computers do specific things at certain times with unique people. It's a challenge I get to take part in every day, and I work in an environment that furnishes me with the tools to succeed and the personnel and mentoring necessary to establish my own set of skills. My goal is to complete this year knowing I stepped into as many classrooms as I could. I want to know that next year there will be more students who know how to use the Google account and more teachers who know how to deliver the tools that say Google or Typing Agent offer. There's many new things introduced this year, and I am fully aware that being introduced to new things is a large part of what we do. Thank you.